As the daughter of Bebe Ross Coker, you've been surrounded by the arts, drug around from here and there, since you can remember. Is that an accurate statement?
I would say that growing up in Delaware and having Bebe Ross Coker as your mother, then you have got to have a serious appreciation for the arts, because not only are you going to tag along from site to site, but every now and then when someone is a no-show, you're going in. You're going in. So it was exciting. It was exciting.
So what have you done artistically?
I would have to say that artistically, certainly we were in plays that Mom wrote for the Wilmington Black Theater Ensemble. So we did that as children. But I would have to say each day is creative for me, because I think with all that everyone's going through in their lives, you have to find some ways of creativity just to get folks to smile, open up, and be honest with you. So I think to be honest with you, in this day, authenticity and creativity are just necessary.
How do you connect the arts and science as a physician?
There's a connection between arts and science, and in particular in my field, medicine, especially as a surgeon, when you remove something or you want to create something, as most plastic surgeons do on a daily basis, there is a direct connection. But the art that is involved with science, as far as the mechanics of it, if you have a real appreciation for science, there is some artistry in all of it, in my opinion.
Miss Bebe Ross Coker, as the grande dame of the arts, tell us why the arts are important in your life.
The arts would have to be important in anybody's life. I guess you can say life has rhythm, has sound, it has color, it has movement, it has action. And every day, as Joan said, every day is some form of artistic expression. I think if I weren't able to write or to listen to the music that I like, whether it be classics or gospel or jazz or whatever, if I could not appreciate the beauty of, say, special sunsets and all that kind of stuff, there really would be a colorless blank canvas. And my life is anything but a blank canvas.
So you have created such a significant body of work, and certainly have mentored so many young artists. What gives you some of your greatest joy as an artist and as a mentor for other emerging artists?
I guess watching people grow. It's like even whether you like or dislike whatever it is that Priest Hyer does, I've watched him grow. I've watched him redo script, and I've watched him really grow into a pretty darn good playwright. You know, there is something for everybody. Whether it's Tyler Perry, whether it's August Wilson, I don't care what it is. Everybody likes some form of the arts. I like to see people grow. I love to see children enjoy something other than our children I'm talking about. I can't speak for other children because I don't know other children. But I like to see kids enjoy something other than R&B. I like to see them when they enjoy a cappella, a chorale, a classic, or whatever. I like to see them when they enjoy the ballet of something. I like to see them when they go to the opera house and they might decide, okay, I want to know what goes on in the symphony, what goes on to make it. When they come here and they don't feel like I got to shake my whatever in order to prove that I can dance or whatever, but I can create, I can innovate, I can be the ballerina, I can be the creative dancer, I can be the African dancer. It just gives our children a look outside of themselves. Mm-hmm. And when you look outside yourself, there's the possible and the impossible.
Now, we all know that you're an outspoken advocate on a number of issues that affect our communities. What's really troubling you right now?
Okay. What is really bothering me, I think, is the lack of concern for the culture of African Americans in public education. I am not asking anybody to do us any special favors. Academics are academics, math is math, 1 and 1 are 2, 2 and 2 is 4, whatever. But I may learn my 2 and 2 are 4, or 2 and 2 is 4, by way of some rhythmical pattern. And that's not offered to me. I may learn to read out of a comic book. I may learn science because of some anatomical drawing, and you will tell me, okay, this is the horse, this is so-and-so and whatever, and I can see, okay, this is my, not biology, anatomy and physiology, whatever it is. But our lack of incorporating the arts, the lack of incorporating our culture with academic education, our children are hurting, and hurting very badly.
So whether you want to admit it or not, you are following in your mother's footsteps.
Oh.
Yes, you are. Talk with us about your involvement with Kaumba Academy Charter School as the board president.
What is funny is I feel like my part-time job here in Wilmington, Delaware, is the president and being a board member of Kaumba Academy. Now, the funny thing is, I won't take a lot of calls during my day because it's important to me that patients, are attended to. But if there's something that comes from Kaumba, I'm all over it because it is like my second love. I mean, I don't have children, so I see many of them as my own, and I may not be able to call them by name. I have the good fortune that many of them are my patients, but it's just fantastic. And when I listen to myself in some of the board meetings, I hear my mother, So I believe what you're saying, but I'm trying to leave those shoes where they are. But I tell you what, I think you're absolutely right. I am following in the footsteps of my mother because without education, you can't equalize that playing field. But with it, you can do the impossible, what's seemingly impossible.
So why is Kaumba Academy such a special place for our children and our families?
It's a special place because it offers a unique, artistic, creative, academic environment that I don't believe you can find in Delaware.
That's
I
right.
mean, we have some schools of the performing arts that are doing very well. However, that experience where you actually integrate the arts in education, I don't think we see that. I think you see both under the same roof in some instances, but I don't know that you're teaching with that methodology. And I think that's what's special and unique and fantastic about Kaumba.
Yeah.
So what might you say to our listening audience or viewing audience, just ordinary people, and we know that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. What message would you give to them in a very understandable way to encourage them to support Christina Cultural Arts Center and Kaumba Academy?
I would say you could not find a better investment than your own children. And you could not find a better investment than to even sacrifice to give their life some real meaning. Whatever it is that may be lacking in anybody's home, it doesn't matter. But they can come here, and this is like the second home. I can dance, I can sing, I can paint, I can do textiles, I can do all these things. And it carries over from here to home. And it makes your life more complete. And we don't worry about collections in terms of tons of money. But if you've got $5, if you've got 10, if you've got 20, I don't care what it is. Give so that a child can actually live. Put some life in their living.
Joan?
I would say when you think of both Kaumba and Christina, just imagine for a moment, if you could, your favorite pair of slippers, your warmest robe. In my instance, my grandmother's home. It is just the best hug on the planet, and not only is it worth your financial investment, but it's worth your time, because there will be no greater reward than the smiles and the sense of accomplishment of those students. It just doesn't get any better than that. And I think everyone needs to incorporate in their lives some sense of community and giving back. Someone gave to me, and so that's why there's no way I wouldn't.